Dear students, welcome to the science class. In the last class, we studied about the friction. We studied about the what is friction, what is the cause of the friction, how it is happening, why the irregularities of two surfaces making the friction to happen, what will happen if the friction comes into the contact with that friction force comes into the contact of that motion of an object. Right. In today's class, we are going to discuss about the friction. That is nothing but friction is a necessary evil. We are going to discuss about the friction is a necessary evil. That is nothing but friction is essential for us. It is very essential for us. It is required by us. In the same manner, it has its own side effects. It has its own disadvantages. It's required, but it has its own advantages. If it is have the own advantages, still we have to utilize the frictional force. Still we have to what we have to do? We have required the frictional force. If it is having disadvantages also, we have to consider frictional force for the advantage purpose. Right. So that one by one we are going to see that how friction force is a necessary evil. Now take an example of myself. Now I am walking on the ground. I am walking on the ground. In the same manner, you are also going to walk on the ground. Animals are also going to walk on the ground, or they are going to run on the ground. What making them to walk on the ground properly? What is the thing which is making us to walk properly on the ground? What making us to walk on the properly on the ground in the same manner for the animals, in the same manner for all the beings, how they are walking properly on the ground? It is due to the friction. It is due to the frictional force. Right? If frictional force of ground is like this, when I put our leg's frictional force, the surface of our leg is going to interlock with the frictional force. Rough surface of our leg is going to interlock with the rough surface of that ground. When both interlocked, we can stand properly. We can withstand those things properly, so that we can put our legs one by one, so that we can walk properly. Because of the interlocking of these forces with the frictional, with these surfaces with the ground surfaces, so that we can walk properly. If the surface being plane, what will happen? Now let this be the surface. On this surface, I am going to pour some oil. I am going to put some oil. What will happen? Or I am going to put a peel of banana. A peel of banana I am going to put on that ground. What will happen? We are going to sleep. Due to the slippery of those things, we are going to sleep and we are going to fall down. Why we are falling down? Because of that smooth surface. Because of the oil, this surface is becoming smooth. Or because of the peel of banana, that surface is becoming smooth. Because of that, we are unable to walk. Because of that, we are sleeping and we are going to fall down. Now, is it possible to walk without frictional force? Is it possible? No. If the surface is smoother, there will be no frictional force. If the surface is smooth, if there is no frictional force, we can't walk on that surface. We just can't walk on that surface. If you want to take the example, you can take the example on the ground. We are pouring oil, so that we are going to slip and fall down. We are unable to walk on that ground. So that we can say that it allows us to walk on the earth surface. It allows us to walk on the earth surface. Not only as animal beings, vehicles, everything should be walk on the ground because of that frictional force, because of that opposing force, which is going to interlock our surfaces with that ground surface, so that we can withstand those things. When we withstand those things, we can walk properly on the ground. Now, without friction, is it possible to walk properly on the ground? No. That is nothing but friction is necessary to us. Yes or no? Friction is required to us or no? Yes, it is required. In the same manner, it always allows us to write on a paper with a pen. What making you to write on the pen, write with the pen on a paper? Is it possible to write on a plastic thing? Using a ball pen, is it possible on a plastic? Is it possible? Is it possible to write on a plain carry bag which is used for the packaging with pen? No. But it is possible to write using a pen on a piece of paper. Why? Due to the frictional force again. Due to the irregularities which are present on this piece of paper, which is going to make our pen to write on those papers. Due to the interlocking of those surfaces, we can write easily the words. Those words becomes the sentences. Right, so that for the writing purpose, we can write with the pen on a paper because of the frictional force only. If you take the example of the board only, if you closely look this board, from the side by using the binoculars, by using the microscope, you will come to know that this surface is having like this. This surface will be irregularities will be there. On that surface, the irregularities will be there. In the same manner, when you check this chalk piece, it is also having the irregularities. When you see closely, see that it is also having the irregularities. For the purpose of the writing on the board, the frictional force is going to help so that while writing, the irregularities which are present on the board and the irregularities which are present on the chalk piece are both are interlocking. For that reason, I am writing. How I am writing the chalk piece. Take the example of chalk piece. If the irregularities will be like this, when I go to write those things, the chalk piece contains the calcium carbonate, that is nothing but lime. The slaked lime is going to deposit on these things. The slaked lime or this limestone is going to deposit on these things. The chalk which is present in this, it is going to deposit on those things. Because of the deposition of those things, you can see the words. Because of the deposition of those things, inside the irregularities which are present on the board are going to observe those things, are going to collect those things, so that the word should be written on that board. Because of that thing, friction is necessary. Friction is required for us to write on the board. I hope this is clear. To write on the board, friction is necessary. In the same manner, to write on the piece of paper by a pen, friction is necessary. In the same manner, fixing a nail in the wall is due to the friction. If you take an activity which is given in a textbook, there is an activity they are going to fix an iron nail on a board using a hammer. Right, fixing that nail is also required friction. If you check the bolts, nut bolts, without that nut bolts, without those things which are present inside that nut bolt, is it possible to that the nut bolt is going to hold by the bolt is going to hold by the nut? Is it possible to hold those? It is possible to hold that nut by the bolt? No, without friction it is not possible. Because of that friction, we are going to rotate those things. That rotation will make they are going to hold each other because of that frictional force. In the same manner, the fixing a nail in the wall is due to the frictional force. While fixing a nail on the wall, nail is also having the irregularities. In the same manner, wall is also going to have the irregularities. When they keep the nail, when I putting the nail inside the wall, what will happen? The wall frictional force and the nail frictional force, the irregularities which are present on the surface of both the things are going to interlock with each other. When you start to remove it, it doesn't come out. Right? When you hold something on it, when you put something on that nail, it doesn't come out. So that it is going to hold those things which we are going to put on that nail. Because of that, frictional force is necessary to fix a nail in the surface of the wall, so that the nail doesn't come out, so that we can use it for the storing or for the fixing or for a lifting or picking or for some object to be stand there or to keep some objects on that nail. So that frictional force is important for the fixing a nail in the wall. The same manner, movement of the automobiles is because of the friction. Movement of the automobiles is because of the friction. If you take the examples of the vehicles, that is nothing but car, loaded bus, or truck, or bicycle, or take any other examples like bike. When you check the tires of that bicycle or tires of that vehicles, automobiles, all are having the grips. All are having the grips like this. On every vehicles, all are having the grips. It's not correctly rounded, but all the vehicles will be rounded one. The grips. What will be the use of the grips? Already we know that in the surface of the road there will be what? There will be irregularities. Like this, there will be irregularities on the surface of the road. In the same manner, the grip is also a irregularities which are present on the what? Automobiles. Because of those automobile grips, it is going to interlock with the grips of that or irregularities of the surface which are present on the road, so that the movement of that vehicle starts to happen on the due to the irregularities of the surfaces of the road as well as the tires, so that the vehicle starts to move. Right, another thing, the grips are useful as well as the irregularities which are present on the grips is useful because of the stopping the vehicles. Is it possible to, without grip, we can stop the moving vehicle, moving car with maximum speed? No, it is not possible. It is not going to stop. For that is the stopping of those vehicles with required grip as well as the required grip. Irregularities which are present on the surface, so that when you stop the car, those irregularities are going to interlock with each other. Those irregularities are going to interlock with each other, and the vehicle is going to stop. Because of the frictional force, any movement or any stopping of those vehicles, automobiles can be happen. So there, because of this, frictional force is required. Because of this, frictional force is required. By these examples, I hope everything is clear about why frictional force is required, why it is necessary, Everything is around frictional force. If you take any example, which we are going to use, if we are going to do in regular days, regular activities we are going to do which requires frictional force. In the same manner, for build a building, to build a home, to build a bungalow, it requires frictional force. Without frictional force, the beams which are going to keep in the ground are not going to hold due to the frictional force of the ground, and frictional force of the beams are going to interlock with each other, so that building constructed. Right? In this way, it is very, very important. Right? In the same manner, you have to make a list why the frictional force is necessary. In the same manner, why disadvantages of the frictional force, you have to make a list. And comparing those things, we are going to make that frictional force is necessary evil. We have to conclude that frictional force is a necessary evil. Right, I hope this is clear. In the same manner, to keep a book on a table, a book to stand on the table only, sit on the table only, or keep there only, the frictional force is required. In the same manner, to stand here, there is a frictional force is required, so that interlocking of the both the surfaces making the object to get into rest position, so that there is no movement, so that frictional force is necessary in everything. In the same manner, we are going to discuss some of these advantages. These are the advantages. There are a number of advantages in each and everything. When you find the forces, there is a frictional force is going to be there, which is going to help us, which is going to provide us with many requirements. But in the same manner, it has some disadvantages. Right? Every good has bad in it. So that frictional force, which is good, but it is also have bad effect on us. So that which are those bad effects? Which are those disadvantages we are now discussing? The first disadvantage is nothing but frictional force results wear and tear of the objects. Frictional force are going to make or results in the wear and tear of the objects. Take the example of these shoes only. Shoes, we are going to wear those shoes. Due to the continuous walking and continuous running, due to the continuous walking and continuous running and continuous contact of those shoes with the ground surfaces, there is continuation of the frictional force which is going to happen. Due to that frictional force, the grip which are present below of that shoes is going to tear. Due to that, shoes or sandals are going to tear apart. They are going to wear or tear apart or apart. Due to what? Due to the frictional force. The same manner, when you take the tires of that object, tires of the automobiles. When you take the example of the tires of the automobiles, tires of the automobiles on continuous running on the road, they are going to deteriorate. Right? They are going to deteriorate. Due to that deterioration, tire gets damaged. Due to that damage, tire gets torn. It is going to tear away. So that wear and tear is because of what? Due to the frictional force. Due to the continuous of interlocking of those things, it is going to what? It is going to tear apart. It is going to deteriorate apart. Right? The same I take the chalk piece. If I continuously write on this board, see here, while writing, some amount of chalk is falling down. That's nothing but deterioration. By doing this thing, what is happening? The amount of the chalk is getting deteriorated. The amount of chalk is getting reduced, and it is tearing apart. So that frictional force is going to result in the tear of the object, wear and tear of the objects. Clear? The same manner, it also results in the production of the heat. Which leads to the wastage of the energy. Take an example of hands. What happens if I continuously rub my hands? On each other? There will be the production of heat. Right? There will be the production of heat. Why? Because of the continuous rubbing of hands. Because of continuous frictional force acts. Why frictional force is going to exert some amount of energy or heat. That heat is nothing but energy. What we are doing is just rubbing our hands. What is the purpose of rubbing our hands? Nothing. But still we are wasting our energy while rubbing our hands. In the same manner, frictional force. If more grips and more irregular surfaces are present on the road, when automobiles are moving, the tires of the automobiles become heated one. Due to that heated one, it loses more energy. It loses more amount of energy. It is going to lose more amount of energy. Because of this, friction is going to result in the production of the heat, which leads to the wastage of energy. In the same manner, here the friction is less due to this board. If I take the board which are made on the walls, what will happen? While writing, the writing will not be clear due to the high frictional force, and there will be more amount of irregular surfaces on the board. While writing on this board, I require more amount of energy so that I can write correctly on that board. But in this board, I require less amount of energy due to the surface, due to the less friction on this board. But on that board, it will be more friction, so that it requires more amount of energy in the form of heat energy. If it requires more amount of energy, there is a wastage of more amount of energy. Right? In the same manner, walking on a highway, or take an example, driving on a highway by using automobiles. In the same manner, driving on a road which is present in the village side. Which road requires more amount of design? The road which is present on the village side requires more amount of energy. That is nothing but it is the wastage of energy. But on case of these roads, highway roads, they have less friction, so that they require less amount of energy. Right? Due to the friction, there will be wastage of the energy. The friction also leads to the decrease in the speed also. Right? Friction is also leads to the decrease in the speed. Take the example of same automobiles. Automobiles which are traveling on the highways compared to the which are traveling on the roads which are present on the village side. Which vehicles are going to move faster? the vehicles which are present or the vehicles or the automobiles which are moving on the roads are going to move faster. Why? Due to the less friction. In the relay side, due to the more friction, they are going to walk very slowly. That is nothing but friction is going to make, or friction is going to decrease the speed of the object. In the same manner, take the example of human beings only. We can walk very fast on the ground. Is it possible to walk on the desert side, on the sand side, or in the beach side? Walk very fast? No. It is not possible due to the very irregular surfaces. Our legs is going to interlock with the sand which is present on the beach side or on the desert side. When they interlock with those things, is it possible to walk properly? Is it possible to walk more efficiently? No. No, it is not possible. Because of that, due to the high friction in the desert side or the beach side, we wasting our more energy. Our speed is getting decreased. In the same manner, it is going to exhaust our energy. The last but least one, it can lead to noise pollution. It can lead to the noise pollution. When you see the loaded vehicles which are moving on the road, it requires more amount of energy. That is nothing but if it is requiring more amount of energy, it is going to produce more amount of sound. Due to that, there is a sound pollution. That is nothing but noise pollution. See here. Here the sound is going to produce. Why the sound is going to produce? Due to the continuation movement of the chalk on the board. What is making the sound to produce? Due to the frictional force. That because of that, noise pollution can be occurred due to the frictional force in some cases only, not in all the cases. In some cases only. Right? And it requires more amount of force to exert to overcome that friction. So that these are some disadvantages of the frictional force. We can write any example disadvantages. There will be more number of disadvantages will also be there. In the same manner, here also more amount of disadvantages will also be there. Comparing all those things, frictional force is necessary to us because of these advantages, but it is also evil for us because of these advantages. But without of the frictional force, we cannot live. So that frictional force is necessary evil because of these advantages and disadvantages. Friction is necessary because of disadvantages. Friction is evil because of disadvantages. So that we can say that friction is required by us, but still it is a evil. So that we can say that friction is necessary evil for every living being. That every living being requires frictional force. It is going to consume high energy, but withstand those things, we require frictional force. So that frictional force is necessary evil. I hope everything is clear. It is necessary because of these things, and it is evil because of these things. So that I think everything is clear about the friction. In the next class, we are going to discuss about the types of the friction. So that up to that point, thank you. Take care.